And this part's easy anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. So this, as I was saying just a few minutes ago, in this session, we're just going to go through how to set up a virtual tour that you can use as your portfolio. This session will be a lot shorter. I'm thinking maybe only 30 minutes, and then we can open it up to questions and stuff. Um, the agents use our virtual tours for their listings, so they're going to go through every single step and fill in a lot more. We don't have to do that because there are certain steps that just don't apply to us because we're not going to use the virtual tour to sell a listing. We're going to use it really just to showcase our best images and maybe add some captions, pick some music, and that's really all you have to do. So to get started, once you guys have created your Realtour account, you just log into Realtour, and underneath marketing products, you're just going to click on virtual tours. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. The next page I go to, I have a whole bunch of listings set up. You guys will probably not have any listings. I don't imagine you'll have any, right? Because you're starting completely from scratch. So I'm going to click on create listing. When you don't have any listings, it basically takes you to the next page automatically. But just in case, you can click on create listing because we're going to start from scratch. It will bring you to this page. Okay, so normally this page is where a listing agent fills in all the details for their brand new listing so they can get started. Now we do the same thing, only we're not going to fill in all of these details. And the 4 required fields outlined in green that we have to fill in, we can just use our own personal information. So instead of putting in a street address, I can just put in something like, Jana's portfolio. Okay, so you can just call it something like that you want to. And then for city, you can just put your own home address just to make it easier. I'm just going to use Texas here. Okay, once I've filled in those 4 fields, my little continue button shows up. Now I'm also going to put in a little heading right here. Um, Images by Jana, whatever you want to put in there. Everything else you do not have to fill in, right? Because it's information about your listing. It doesn't pertain to what we're using this for. So 4 fields filled in, I put in a little headline. Now I hit continue. Okay, the next page shows me the 4 different tour platforms. Okay, we're all going to pick the platinum. All right, so just click right down here at the bottom. There's a select button. I just click on select. So now I've got a platinum tour. The next page gives me the option to order professional photography or upload my own. Well, in this particular case, I'm going to upload my own. So I just click here. Okay. Now already it's brought us into the back end of the virtual tour. And there's a navigation bar that goes across the top. We've set it up like this so that when people are making their tours, they can jump around. They don't necessarily have to go next step, next step, next step. They can jump ahead if they want. And if they're down here at the end and they decide they want to make a change, they can jump back to something at the beginning. So you can use the navigation bar just to move around. Okay, so we've just done our property details, which wasn't very much. Now we're on the Manage Photos page. This is where we're going to upload the pictures that are going to go into our portfolio. So the kinds of pictures I can upload are photos, and I'm on the Photos tab. These are just regular, normal images. Panos, if I have any panorama pictures I want to upload and feature. I can upload a video if I have a video. Now, floor plans, again, this is more for agents who have a floor plan of their listing, so we're probably not going to upload any floor plans. And then you've got your headshots and your logos. Now, when you created your account, you can also upload those under here in My Account. Click on headshots and logos. So you may have already done that, which is fine. They'll show up in here. If you haven't already done that, you just click on headshots. And I've got a couple headshots already uploaded, but I can just click on upload images and upload a headshot right in here. Same with the logo. If I have my own logo, I can upload my logo right in here. So that's going to show up whether I do it in here on the Manage Photos page or whether I do it here in Account under my headshots and my logos. They're connected. They show up in the same spot. So let's go back to
Jenna,
photos.
question on that.
Yep.
I tried to upload a logo yesterday, and for whatever reason, it didn't upload. Is there a trick to it or anything?
As long as it's a JPEG, and
Okay.
I do believe you can upload GIFs and PNGs as well, but JPEGs are always best, and as long as they are less than 6 megabytes. So our
Okay.
system will allow you to upload an individual image that's up to 6 megabytes. So give it another try. If you're having problems with it still, send it to me and I'll try it and just see if there's something weird with the file. You never know.
And
Okay.
just
And then next set
FYI,
of
excuse me, if you have Photoshop or even Photoshop Elements, you can save a GIF or a PNG. You can do file save as, and then you can save it for the web, and then try and upload it and see if that works.
It should upload, but if you're having trouble, you can always email it to me and I can do it from my end and just see if there's something that I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. Okay.
Okay, and then when I hit upload images, to the right there's a drop-down box. It says download images, thumbnail, small, medium, large, full size. So
Yep.
does that have anything to do with the upload of the images?
No. No, downloading images is really for our clients. So if you remember in the tutorial we did last time, when someone orders a professional photo shoot, they automatically get a free Platinum virtual tour. And the photographer uploads the images into their back end of their account and creates the tour for the client. The client can then come in to virtual tours, come into the back end of the tour, see all their pictures sitting here, and if they want to download the images out of their Realtour account and save them onto their computer, that's where they're going to use the download images feature here. But we're not going to do that. We don't need to do that. What we need to do is to upload our images to get them into the tour so we can use them for our portfolio. So I can upload 60 images if I want, okay? But that's a lot of images. That's a lot of pictures for someone to go through. So ideally, I don't think you're going to want more than maybe 20 or maybe 30, because that's a lot of pictures for a client to browse through. So when I'm ready to upload my images, I just click on Upload Images.
I'm sorry. I have a question about uploading the logos.
Yep.
So what size are they looking at, pixel by pixel size for the logo would be best?
I mean, I would upload something that's probably 150 to 200 DPI. Your logo's going to show pretty small on the tour.
Yeah, they're not very big.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be huge, and it doesn't have to be print quality. You're not going to use it to print here.
So it's like thumbnail size, 90 by 60 pixels?
Yeah, that should show up just fine, yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nope, no worries. Okay, so let me just do that again. Okay, so when I click on Upload Images, now I have a folder on my desktop just called Images that I have a whole bunch of images in. So wherever you guys have your images saved, you're going to click on that. I'm just going to grab, I don't want to upload a ton. I'm going to grab just a handful of images just so I can show you guys. Maybe I'll grab a few more. Okay, so I select all the images that I want.
Sorry for being so dense. Where are all these images from? I mean, is this just like my best shots, my portfolio? Or?
Yeah, well, see, what you're going to do, because you're making a portfolio of your own work, you're going to want to select your best pictures, and you're going to want a variety of some twilight pictures, some HDR pictures, some interior shots, some exterior shots. If you do any aerial, you're going to want to include some aerials. You just want to include an assortment of your best pictures because you're showing prospective clients your best images.
Gotcha.
Right? Like they're trying to decide.
Why would the client be downloading my portfolio pictures?
They're not going to. They're never going to download your portfolio images. They don't have the option to do that. We are in the back end of your portfolio, and you're not going to download your own images because you already have them. So that's a feature that we don't need to worry about. It's just there because normally the virtual tour is used by agents who are using it for their listings. We're going to use the virtual tour to make a portfolio. So there are lots of features in the virtual tour that you are never going to use because you're not using it for a listing. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Okay, so these are the images that I want to upload and showcase in my portfolio. So I just select them all, and you can do more than one at a time. I could select all of these if I want to, but it would take a while to upload them. So I'm just going to do a handful. I'm going to hit open. Okay, and now I can see my images uploading right here. I can watch each of them. I probably should have done a few less so it would go a little bit faster, but now's the time when you guys should ask questions as we're waiting for these to upload.
Actually, I can let the other part of the rest of the group know. I uploaded a lot of images already, and I uploaded some 20 meg panos, so don't worry about resizing anything. They all went in without a problem. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I first started this, by the way, folks, I used to have to do one image at a time on dial-up. That was the technology.
You are
Okay,
you're dating
Janet,
yourself.
so you picked pictures from your portfolio and you're uploading them to your portfolio. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, so my head's kind of stuffy.
Yeah.
Who's
So I'm
speaking?
trying to
Who's
figure out
speaking?
what's going on. This is Eric. Sorry, this is Eric.
Okay, Eric. All right. So can I get this
Yeah.
one, Jana?
Yeah, of
All
course.
right. So what we're doing, Eric, is we're not okay. When what we want to do is we want to introduce you, Eric, as a photographer in an email blast to hundreds, possibly thousands of agents, okay? And on those email blasts, there's going to be a QR code. Do you know what a QR code is? It's that little funny looking black and white image. Okay, so that's going to have a link to a virtual tour, which is what you're going to be making.
Okay, I
Additionally,
got it. Cool.
we're also going to be using these images that you upload on the e-flyers for these campaigns, and we're going to be doing one per week for approximately 6 weeks. It may take more weeks or less weeks, we don't know. So that's why we're doing this. These images are not going to be downloadable by anybody. These are your images. Nobody's going to take them. Nobody's going to be reproducing them. They're your images, okay? So that's exactly what we're doing now, is we're setting you up in the back end of the system so we can promote you in the area that you are in, okay?
Yeah, think of it as just a little portfolio that we're making, that you're going to make for yourself, that you're going to host on the Realtour site. And like Mark said, when we do an e-flyer blast, you'll be able to click on that e-flyer blast and watch this little tour, which will just feature your photography. It's just so
And then
people, that
So
might want to order from you get a chance to see a sample of your work. That's all it is a sample of your
and
work.
and then you can add to it later on and take pictures out later on, however you want to manage it as you go on,
Yeah, you can
okay?
update it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sorry. You took the photos, or you selected the photos from that were in the logo tab. Is that where you got
No,
them
you
from?
you
No,
had
no.
a you have a file folder on your computer. You come home, you take your photos, right? You've done all your processing, and then you have them in a folder on your computer, and that's where you select them from to upload. So they're not on any specific tab they're not even in the virtual tour yet.
Yeah, you've got wherever you have your picture saved on your computer, that's where you're going to upload them. So for example, if I want to upload an image, I need to go to Upload Images. Let's just go to my desktop. Now on the desktop of my computer, I have a folder called Images right here. And this is where I've saved my
Okay,
images.
I
So I'm
got
going
it.
to,
I'm sorry. I didn't
yeah,
realize you were selecting them from your desktop. I
Oh,
thought you
yeah.
were
So I'm going to
selecting them
go in
from your
there
desktop.
and I'm going to pick, here's the image I really want to include this image right here. And then I'm going to click Open, and it's going to upload that one image. There it is right there, that new image I just uploaded. Okay? So these are the images that I want to showcase in my portfolio. Now, as I mentioned, you can do 60 images, but that's a lot. So I'm just doing a handful just to show you guys today. Okay? Now, one thing we need to know, at this point, the order that the images are right here is the order they're going to show in the tour. So this image right here is going to be the very first image that people see. Now I can change the order just by clicking and moving these around. Let's say I want to put this image first. I just drag and drop it up there. And I want to put this image down here. Drag and drop it
can
down
I
there.
can
Okay?
I give a little hint? Can I
Mm-hmm.
give a little hint?
Yep, go ahead.
What I used to do is in my folder before I uploaded them, I used to arrange the photos in the order I wanted them to upload and then upload them, and they would upload in the order they were already there, so I didn't have to do that step.
Yeah. So there you go. So
Just a
that's a
hint.
tip. Yep, that's a tip, you guys, if you want to do it that way. Okay? So if I
How'd you do
was,
that?
if I do nothing else, if I just leave these as they are and I play the tour right now, it's going to play these pictures in the order I see them right now. And that's totally fine. If I'm happy with that, I can leave it at that, okay? Okay, so next up, we have map location, floor plan creator, flyer selector. These are things that agents will use. We don't need to do these things because we're not, this isn't a listing that we're selling. All we really want is to showcase images. So we don't have to worry about the map location because we're not showing where the listing is on the map. So we can skip ahead to agent branding. So if you want to do some branding, click on agent branding, and what will show up here are your headshots and your logos that you already uploaded. Okay, now this says number of listing agents. Well, there's just one. It's you. You only want to showcase yourself. So here's my headshot. I can drag and drop a different headshot if I want to use this headshot instead. Maybe I
Jamie, you
have
got
two or three.
butch.
I know, I know. The years have not been kind to me, Mark.
Oh
That's
my
how,
goodness.
I
You
know,
gotta
that's
stop smoking
me.
them cigars.
All
I
right, fair
told
enough.
you
I'm
about
using
that.
her. I'm going to use her.
Okay.
There, now I look
Okay.
fabulous.
There you
Fabulous.
go, girl.
Exactly. And if, I might have several different headshots, right? So I can upload them. I can drag and drop a different one over. I might have 2 or 3 different logos. Who knows, right? These are just random logos that I've uploaded. I'm just showing you that you can drag and drop your logo over here, and there it is. Okay? My contact details are already auto-populated because I already filled them in up here under my account. But that doesn't mean that you can't change them. If you wanted to do a different phone number, for some reason you might have a business phone number or something that you want to show up here, you can just, type in a different number. If you have a different email address you want to showcase here for whatever reason, you can change it right in here. But otherwise, it will auto-populate from what you've put into your account. Okay? So you've got your
And
headshot. Yep, go ahead.
if you don't have a logo, don't worry about it.
Exactly. You don't have to have a logo. You can just leave this blank. And if you don't want to show your headshot, you could leave that blank too. Okay, so I've got my headshot, my logo, my contact information, and then I get the choice over here of some different player themes, and basically it's just a different skin color that goes on the outside of the virtual tour player. So I can just do the basic Realtour one, which is like white and blue. I could do sort of gray and golds. There's red. There's sort of turquoisey. There's a dark blue, green. And we really kind of picked these colors to kind of go with the most basic real estate logos so they would match, right? So I'm just going to choose dark blue. So let's say I like the dark blue. I think it looks good with all my stuff. Or there's black. You might want to just go with black. Whatever's going to show off your pictures best. Okay, so that's all we do on this page. Next up is creating captions. Now this is something that is completely optional. You do not have to put captions on your pictures, but you might want to do this because it would illustrate, it might point out to the person viewing the highlights of the image. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and do this, you click on create captions. We get a little pop-up that tells you before you create the captions, you have to assign pictures to locations. Now that's kind of confusing, but I'm going to explain what that is. So I'm going to hit continue. Okay, so what the system means by locations, this list, these are the different locations in a typical home. Now remember, this is virtual tours are set up for agents who are using them to enter all their listing information for a house. But we're not doing that. We're making a portfolio. So what we need to do is change these so it suits our portfolio. And that's no problem. I can edit the name of these. So these locations are just named after the most typical locations in a house, right? And the system just generates these automatically to save time for the agent. Well, obviously we don't want our different locations called living room, dining room, or maybe you do. It depends how you want to organize your portfolio. If you want to organize and show off all your living room pictures, you can drag and drop them over into living room, dining room, kitchen, so on and so forth. So if you want to keep the locations and organize your pictures by location, you can do that. It's up to you. Most people will change the name of these to suit what they want to show. So for example, if you click on this little green edit button, I can now change front to, I don't know, maybe I want to make this my interior. If only I could spell. Interior images, save. Okay, so now I'm going to drag over all of my interior images and drop them on top. And there's my little thumbnail right there. And this is an interior image, and so's this. Now I can have as many images as I want in interior. I might have 10 interior images. Okay, next up, living room. I don't want living room. I want to change that to, HDR photos. And I hit save. And now I've got HDR photos. And let's say this is my HDR. I'm going to drag, I don't know. I'm just dragging these over so you guys get the idea. Okay, and then maybe this one I have got Twilight, you know, because I really like doing Twilight. I've got some great pictures. Here's my Twilight pictures. There's another Twilight, there's another Twilight, right? So it's really easy. You just drag and drop them over. If you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I don't want that in Twilight, there's a little X, just click on the X and your picture goes back over here into the image bucket. It doesn't delete the image out of your account entirely. If you want to delete an image out of the tour entirely, you need to go back to the Manage Photos page and delete it. I'm going to go back there now. If I want a picture completely gone from my portfolio, I need to delete it from this page, right? So here, right here, I can delete that. Now it's gone. It's no longer in my tour. Now I'm going to jump ahead back to create captions, back to where I was, okay? Back to the assign photos page because I was assigning photos to my locations. So I was in Twilight. Here's one more Twilight picture. And then maybe I have aerials. So let's say this one will be for my aerials. I hit save. Let's just pretend that these are aerial shots just for today, just so you get the idea. Okay, the rest of these locations, I don't need them. So delete, 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 delete. Now, if I want to create a new location, I just click on create location. I don't know, and you can call it anything you want. I mean, maybe it's all about me. And you're going to put pictures of yourself. I don't know why you'd want pictures of yourself, but maybe you do. You just click away and it saves it.
Selfies.
Yes, selfies. My fabulous selfie collection. Hire me for selfies. Exactly. But you get the idea. Okay. Okay, now another thing you can do is we can change. Now remember on the Manage Photos page, I told you that the image would play in the order that you had them on the Manage Photos page. Well, that is not going to happen anymore because we have decided to create captions. So when you create captions, the order of the pictures in here, in this list, is the order they're going to show in. It overrides the order we had them on the Manage Photos. So if we leave it as this is, right now, the interior images are going to play first. And this picture right here is going to play first. This will be second. This will be third. If I don't want that, maybe my interior images are not my strongest ones. Maybe my Twilight images are my strongest images. They're the ones I want to lead with. I can click on this location and drag it up to the top. There. Now my Twilight images are going to play first. This is going to be my first picture, my second, my third, my fourth. Next up, I want my HDR pictures because they're awesome. My aerials are awesome, and my interior can go last, and then my all about me selfies can go last, okay? This is now going to be the order that I'm showing these in. Twilight, HDR, aerials, interior. I'm going to get rid of that because there's no pictures in it. Here we go. These are my 4 locations, okay? Everybody's following, it's easy. Set up my 4 locations. Next step is to actually create the captions for these locations. So I just click on create captions. Takes me to a similar page. Here are my same locations that I set up. Each picture's in there. I click on my first picture, it shows up a little bit bigger, and I have a text field down here where I can type in a simple caption. And you know, you don't have to describe the picture. You might put in slogans like, you know, stunning Twilight photography makes a great impression, you know? You can type in something like that. When you want to do the next image, just click on next image. The next image shows up. I mean, I don't know, the lighting
You could even
looks
describe your
amazing.
process. You can
Sure,
describe your
yeah.
process for getting that image.
Exactly. You can type in whatever little caption you want, but don't make them too long. If you've got like 2 or 3 sentences, you can't put like 2 or 3 lines of text because remember, this is a virtual tour and each image is only going to show on the screen for like 2 or 3 seconds and then it goes to the next image. So you don't want people busy trying to read a paragraph of text and they can't see the image. You just want a couple keywords or something, right? So you can either hit next image or click up here to bring up the next thumbnail, whichever you want. You do not have to have a caption for every single image. Maybe you only want a caption for the very first one because it's going to introduce the Twilight photography and the rest of them you can leave blank. There, done. HDR photos, I click in here. Here's my first HDR. Come on, load. Okay. Oh, I deleted that picture. That's why it's not showing up. Okay, again, type in whatever caption you want. I mean, it's up to you guys. Stunning. Oh, jeez. I should have taken typing in high school. I took computers instead. Stunning lighting around the pool area, right? You can also, once you've got all your captions done, and again, you can skip the ones you don't want. Oh, Arial. Oh, Arials are where it's at. You know, once you've got all your captions done.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Typing.
Yes, definitely.
It's Christine.
Hi,
Can
Christine.
you also, hi, how you doing?
Good.
Can you, good. Can you also change the order within, let's say, that aerial grouping, so you have a first, second, and third one, like an order in there as well?
Let me go back
Yes.
to assign. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can just drag and drop them around. Like, let's go into aerials. Let's say we want this one. Yes, okay, there we go. So yes, I can pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, there it just popped up big so I can see it. So yeah, I can click on this little thumbnail and just move it to where I want it within here, and then it opens it up. There we
Okay.
go.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, because you just reminded me of that. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. Apparently I can. And I mean, worst case scenario, you could just delete all of these out of aerials and then drag and drop them in the order you want. Whichever makes more sense for you. Whichever's going to be easiest for you, you can do it that way. Okay, so one more thing, back to my Create Captions page. So now I've got captions for a handful of my pictures. The other thing you can do is choose a font. Now you can only choose one font for all of the pictures. So let's say I like Verdana. I can see it changes it right here, okay? And these are just your basic web fonts that everybody has. So we can't get too crazy with the fonts. They have to be fonts that people already have in their computers. So let's say I like Verdana. It's a bit bigger, it's clear. That's the font I want for all of my pictures. Okay. So now I'm done setting up my captions. So next up on the navigation bar, voiceover, we're not doing that. SEO, we don't need to do because these are hosted on the Realtour's website. Music selector. Now, adding some background music really does a lot to a tour. It just, it's a really nice little touch. So we have all these different little samples of background music, and you can, if you want to listen to them, you can just click on play sample. Now I can hear it playing right now, but I've got a headset on, so you guys probably can't hear that. But when you go in to make your tour, you can click on all of these and listen to them. And then when you find one that you like, you just tick. That's it. There, Pacific Sunrise is my background music. So that's
Hey,
all I
Jenna,
need.
I have a question about this.
Yes.
When Michael and I first started working together, we had the ability to upload our own music. Is that gone now?
It's gone now. Whether or not we can bring that back, I don't know.
Okay.
I know. I can put that on our wish list of things that we might want to do, but right now you can't upload your own music.
Okay.
I don't know if that gets complicated with licensing, because what if someone just uploads a song they like and we don't have the license to play that and it's copyrighted, and that might be why Michael changed that. Like from the time I've been with Realtour, it's only been this way. And this is music that he's subscribed to, so we have a license to play it and stuff. So I'm
I
sure,
see.
yeah, it probably all comes down to having to pay royalties for using whatever
Yeah.
background music you want. Yeah.
There's a thing that pops up in YouTube if you put in put music to something. It wants to know that if you've purchased it or not, and of
Right.
course that's all I do. I don't pirate music, but yeah. So yeah, it gets to be an issue, on whether you're stealing music or not. So.
Yeah,
Well, if
exactly.
if I download music, like I have like a couple of, like I belong to Amazon Prime and Spotify and stuff like that. When I download the music, I own the license to it.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me the license to it, so I should be able to use it anywhere, right?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know. The license, I think the licensing is for your,
You own the license to
to
hear
play
it
it.
yourself.
Yeah,
but
to
you
hear it
can't
yourself.
use it in
Yeah.
a commercial product.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
well, that's a little bit of splitting hairs.
I know. Well,
God.
I know. The copyright laws, digital copywriting is tricky at best, that's for sure.
Go
Okay.
ahead, sue me. Sue
I
me.
know.
Even at
Okay.
my bathrobe.
Okay, so let's say you've chosen your
For
music.
those of you who haven't gotten to this point, actually the selections that are on the menu are really quite nice for just looking at
Yeah,
beautiful
they
rooms.
are.
So I've clicked through them already. They're really quite nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good, and it really does make a difference. If you've ever watched a virtual tour with no music, it's just like, uh-huh, uh-huh. For some reason, a little bit of background music just, I don't know, it energizes the whole
Yeah,
thing. So,
when I see a virtual tour without music, I tend to just like after about the fourth or fifth image,
yeah.
I just quit the virtual tour.
Yeah,
it bores me.
yeah, you're done. Yeah, it's boring for some reason. Yeah.
You got to
Okay.
remember too that you want the emphasis to be on the pictures, not the music. So you want it to be nice, but not really be the emphasis. You want
Yeah.
the pictures to
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the music does kind of keep your interest.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so we've chosen some music. Next up on our list is view proof. So we're going to click on view proof. This is your chance to take a look at what the work you've done and go back in and make any changes and just see what it's going to look like. So I just click on play tour and a little pop-up window comes up here, and this is where I get to see. So here's my showcase image, my headshot, my logo. There was my little slogan, images by Jana, and now the tour is starting. Now I've got music playing. You guys can't hear it, but I'm going to turn it off because it's coming through my headset. But you can see here's the captions I put. The location I called Twilight, and I added that little. Now this one didn't have a caption, but it still has the name Twilight, so it's like a label.
It
So this
doesn't
is
play like this. It doesn't play like this in real life, by the way. It's a little jerky because of the go-to-meeting.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, when you're playing it yourself, it probably looks jerky for you guys because we're doing it through GoToMeeting. But so on the for the captions, if you want, you could just put a label like Arials and not like this. If you just wanted a label for each of your pictures, you could just create those locations, drag and drop the pictures in, and not add any actual caption text if you don't want caption text. Maybe you just want a label like this, like these ones, just so you can see interior. Okay, so you can
Look
go
at that
through.
here.
Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, this is just a random collection of pictures I grabbed from some of our photographers, so they're all kind of mixed up. Okay, so when the tour is over, we just have some basic information at the back that we filled in, right? Now the rest of it, we're not. This was all from that property details page, and again, it's for the listing, so we don't need to fill in the rest of it. Basically, contact information. Again, here's your contact information. Now this is all set up. This is all designed for a listing agent because these are used for, getting the information for making virtual tours for their listings and stuff. But you still have some of these basic, they contact you. You're not going to fill in information about the property and stuff. But the most
You're
important
getting
thing,
some weird feedback, Jana.
yes, it's true. Yeah.
No, you're getting some weird feedback, like
Oh,
some buzzing kind of weird
Yes.
noise.
oh, I'm going to turn, is that a little better? I just
Yeah,
closed the tour. Oh, maybe it's because I had that open at the same time. Anyway, okay. So basically,
yeah.
as you saw, I just watched a proof of my tour. And when I'm done the proof, I'm still in the back end here because it was in a pop-up window. So if I want to make, based on watching that tour, if I want to make changes, I can just jump back to anything. Like maybe I saw a spelling mistake in one of my captions. I can jump back to captions, fix the spelling mistake, Maybe I want to add another location. I can go to assign photos. I can create a new location, whatever, drag and drop some more pictures. Maybe I want to upload a few more pictures. I can jump to manage photos. There's 3 more pictures I want to upload, or maybe I want to get rid of a couple. I can, you get the idea. You can jump around in here and continue making edits and everything. So you're good to go. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Do you have to use the photo uploader, or can you drag and drop images into the tour?
You cannot drag and drop. And that is something that I would love to be able to do because I've had people contact me in the past and they're like, I'm dragging and dropping my images, but they're not working. They're not showing up. You actually have to upload images. And I don't know why. I'm not a developer. I don't know the technology behind that, but it's on my wish list for something for the future. I don't know if it's possible. If it has to do with your operating system, I don't know. But it would be nice to be able to just literally on that manage photos page, just drag and
Yeah.
drop them from your desktop right into here. And maybe it's
Yeah.
doable, but it is on my wish list of things. So we'll see
Well,
if we can get that.
if you can think it, you can build it.
I agree. So at some point, hopefully you'll be able to just drag and drop stuff in there. Okay, so let's say you're done your tour, right? You've got your proof, you're good, you're happy with it. You're going to click on the virtual tour links page, okay? This is the link for my tour, but it's not live. It's just a dead link right now. I can't do anything with it. What you need to do is click on add to shopping cart because normally an agent is going to have to pay for this tour. So they would add it to their shopping cart, and once they pay for it, those links go live. Then the tour can be played. It can be put on the MLS. It can be, they can send the link to their clients. It will play the tour. So what you guys are going to do is click on that, send to shopping cart. Here it is in your shopping cart. Now you do not have to pay for this. Once you get to this point, you are going to send me an email saying, hey, Jana, my tour is in the shopping cart. It's good to go. I'm going to log into your account from my back end, and I get this magic little button called push through. Okay? This means I can push through people's orders for free. So I'm going to push that through. It's pushing it through. Okay, it's done. Now when I go back into marketing products and click on virtual tour, and over here in my virtual tours in the left-hand column, because these are the tours that are done and paid for, I scroll down, there's Jana's portfolio. This is now a live tour. I can go into the back end, click on edit tour, takes me into the back end. I can go back to that links page. These links are now live. If I click on this link, it's going to play the tour. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this link, I'm just going to copy it, I'm going to go into your account, and I'm going to paste your link right here in the website. Okay, then I'm going to hit save. And now when someone orders a photo shoot from you, I'm going to go into photo shoots, just so you can see. Who should I do? Austin? Let's just say I'm ordering a photo shoot from photographers in Austin. Okay, the ones who have a portfolio, oh, that looks kind of funny. The guys that have view portfolio, when I click on that, it's going to play the tour. So here's Mark Adams. He's made a Mark Adams portfolio. This is his portfolio. You might recognize these pictures because I used some of his. So that's how we do it. I'm going to turn off the music. So Mark has added, instead of a location, he's just added Mark Adams artistry and impact, and then he's put a caption for some of his, just to give you guys an idea of what he's done. Hill Country Hughes, welcome the stars. Okay, so he's made. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, just as an example, instead of making 4 different locations, he's just made one location and called it Mark Adams, and then he's added a caption for each picture. You guys can do that too if you want. Or you can do it the way I did it and organize your pictures by HDR, Twilight, Arial. It's however you want to organize it. And you can, like Mark said earlier, you can come back in and edit that tour anytime you want. You might go, yeah, I don't like the way I set it up. I'm going to start from scratch and redo it. You can go back in and redo it. It's no problem. And as you get really good pictures, you might want to go back into your back end and add new pictures. So I'm just going to close Mark's portfolio. So this is where your portfolio shows up. It's when someone comes in to order a photo shoot, there's a view portfolio. So they might, well, I don't know who Mark Adams is. I'm going to watch his portfolio, and it's the virtual tour that they're going to be watching.
All right, so okay. Jana, I want to do something for my bragging rights. Go back to your list of
photo shoots.
Go back to your list of virtual tours, and click on the one on Woodview Avenue. Wait, now it's up here. Woodview Avenue in the listings without virtual tours, right here, the top one.
Mm-hmm.
You see that image right there?
Yeah, oh, this one.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
Well, this was actually my agent. I didn't shoot that picture, but I processed that image.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And that was one of the pictures I gave to Michael for his website. Isn't that a gorgeous picture, folks?
Beautiful. It's amazing.
Stunning.
Yeah. This is California, right? Look at that pool.
Yeah, that's Los Gatos overlooking the Silicon Valley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been using this picture tons.
I believe that was a $13.8 million listing.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's
Sucks
amazing.
To be them, huh?
Yeah. It's so hard. Oh. Oh. So there you go, guys. Just to show you one more thing, if at any time you want to make edits to your portfolio, you just go log into your account, under marketing products, click on virtual tours. Your portfolio is always going to be over here in the left column because it's paid for and it's live. You can just scroll down to find it. Here's Jana's portfolio. I just click on edit tour, and that just brings me into the back end again. And I can go to Manage Photos and upload more pictures. I can go back to my Create Captions page, and maybe I want to do what Mark did. I just want to have one, I just want to have one location called Jana's Best Work, right? And then I can drag and drop every single picture into just Jana's Best Work, and then give each one a caption. That's what Mark did. So he only had one location. You set it up however, whatever makes sense to you, however you want to showcase it, you guys do it. But the point is you can come back in and update it with new pictures, delete old pictures. Because we've put the link here on your bio page, it doesn't matter. Every time you make changes, it doesn't matter. When someone clicks to watch your tour, they're watching the most recent version of it. You never have to change this link. Okay, because whenever they click on it, they're just going to watch the most recent version that's being hosted on the Realtour website. And that is basically it for creating your portfolio. It's pretty simple. You can keep it as simple as you want. You could upload pictures, pick music, and be done. So leave that up to you guys. Okay. Are there any questions about that, setting up the virtual tour? No?
Jana, I don't know if you have any panoramics that you could show the rest of the group in the meeting, but the panoramics almost show like a 360 or 180.
Yeah, I think I have a panel here. I
don't know if you want to. You can log into my account if you want. There's a bunch of panels in there.
Oh, I've got some right here. Yeah.
That's Elijah.
Okay, so this was a demo tour that I make when I teach people how to make virtual tours and I show my agents. I should have had a few of these ready to go. But yeah, so if you have some panos, you can just click on, when you're in the Manage Photos, you're going to click on the Panos tab and then upload images exactly the same way you uploaded a regular picture, and you're going to upload the pano. When it shows up in here, you're going to choose the width you want it to show. So if you want the pano to show full, you choose 360, and it's going to show the full, it's going to revolve. Now, if I play the tour, I think my panels are at the end. I can't remember if panels have to show at the end. I haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, they do.
I think they do.
I think mine showed up at the end. Yeah.
I think it's set up so the panels have to show up at the very end. So I think this is a panel.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Okay, let me click on this one and just hit play. That is not a pano. Am I at the end? That looks like a pano. There we go.
Yeah, that is.
No, it's not. That's the end of my tour. Anyway, the panels show the entire, they spin around.
Yeah, they rotate. Like if anybody has seen anything in Circle Picks or, any of those other tour companies that try and get you to sign up with them, it's really pretty cool. It just, the whole image rotates.
Yeah, mine's not set up right, but it's pretty neat. It'll rotate the whole thing, and then they have little controls on either side that you can go back, back, back. Yeah, so that's how you
I know you had that set up as a 360.
Yeah, it does show 360. And that's
See
it.
that last image? That limit, hit set, and then do it.
Okay, that's one of the yard. Here, I'll hit play. Let's jump ahead. Oh, all the way to the end. Oops. It was this one of the yard, wasn't it? No, it's just playing. It's playing as a regular picture. I wonder why. What am I doing wrong? Anyway, okay, I will have to get that looked at because it should be showing as a pano.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kathleen, yours showed as a pano, so I wonder why mine's not.
Yeah, all of mine rotate. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
We could go to, whoops. Actually, I'm going to log in. I'm going to go to Kathleen's and we'll just watch hers. Just for fun. Oops, what am I doing? It's still early in the morning for me here, you guys. We only had one. I need my second cup of tea at this point in the day to get my brain running.
Well, that's your problem. It's tea and not
coffee. I know. I can't do coffee in the morning. It's too rich because I need my coffee. I need to have like milk and sugar in it, so it's just too much. So let's go into Kathleen's Platinum Tour and let's watch it. And are your panels are at the end? Ooh, nice picture.
I think they automatically just show up at the end. I loaded them into the panel section when I was loading everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can just set boat
There we
one.
go.
Probably
Here we go.
try and get an interior. Yeah.
Ooh.
This is Florida for you. Pretty nice.
Kathleen, what camera were you using for that?
I'm using a Nikon D750 with Nikkor. Have it set on full frame and a Nikkor 25 to 85 lens, I think. Yeah.
Kind
So
of got that.
this was like 5 images stitched together, but some of the interior, if you click ahead and go back.
Mm-hmm.
What happened there? Looks like the house got cut
I
off.
went big. Is this one here?
Yes, actually, that's the interior of that house where the Photogs was. So, and this was like 5 images stitched together as a long panoramic. It's like a 20 meg panoramic. So,
Wow.
it's cool. It just rotates around. I was just sitting here with my mouth open when I watched it after I loaded everything in.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Gives you a good idea of what the room looks like this especially. It's like, oh wow, it's like a balcony going around the top, like a mezzanine.
And if you have a less wide panel, if you just have a 2-image panel, you don't have quite this kind of distortion. It's kind of, but it moves it from one side to another because I have an exterior pool shot that was 7 images stitched together too.
Do you have the option of flattening the image when you're processing a 360 degree?
I didn't process it as a 360. It was just in Photoshop, I just created a big panoramic. I had stitched 7 images together. It was just a flat image.
Here, watch when this one gets to the end of the patio. Watch what happens.
I don't know. I didn't, but since I don't know everything about how to even do my virtual tour, I might have had it set at. I didn't set any of the degree things. 360. Maybe I need to set it for like 180, or because I hadn't gone through the class yet. I was too anxious.
I used to do panoramas all the time, 360s. So the first thing, always when you're doing 360s, you shoot left to right, okay, and you stitch left to right. So when you start, you want to start. You want to start at the left. When you get all the way back around, you want your last photo to overlap your first photo by half.
Right.
Okay.
And okay, this is if you're doing a 360, you mean, or
yes.
Time?
Okay. When you're doing 360, so you start and you always. This is for the software. This is the best way to do it. So you start left and you shoot right. You want your last. You want your last photo to overlap your first photo by half. Okay. And then when you're done, in Photoshop there is a setting to flatten the photo. So once you've created the panorama, flatten the photo. It'll get rid of that kind of fisheye effect.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is great. We should do these little sessions every week. Mark's photo tips. Yeah, but there you go. So Kathleen's uploaded a bunch of panos in here. Yeah, and now that she knows that, she can go in and try that in Photoshop, and then she can delete this pano out of here and re-upload her new one.
Yeah.
So she can go back into her tour anytime and edit that. So maybe she'll want to try Mark's suggestion and see if it plays better. So just because your tour is, once we publish your tour and it's live, you can always come back in and add to it and edit it. It doesn't matter. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
But yeah, try that. And Kathleen, if you ever need to speak to me, um, what's your email address? I'll email you right now.
it's right here, Mark. K Finnerty
Where?
Photography at
Yeah,
MSN,
it's
top of the
it's
screen.
up on top there. Yep. Thank you.
Oh, wait, where was it?
Right here at the top of the screen, if you can see, K
Oh,
Finnerty Photography
yeah.
at MSN.com.
And Jenna,
Okay.
if you, I'd hate to monopolize the meeting. When you get a chance, would you like get me out of private or wherever I am, because I can't see any of the tour stuff. None of these menus show up anymore.
Okay.
So
Yep.
maybe you can go in and unclick whatever I might click so
Yep.
I can get back in there.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
No problem. I've put a note here beside your name to look into that. So, okay. So that pretty much sums up our session for today. Again, if you have any issues, you can email me or email John or email Mark, because he's like he is a photographer. I'm not a photographer. I can help you with software, but if you have questions like that,
John,
Mark
I
is
got one
the expert.
off-topic question.
Yep.
I'm kind of new to this company. When someone selects you for a photo shoot, how are you advised that they have scheduled a shoot for you? Does the system send you an email, or
Yeah. Yeah,
you just have to
exactly.
keep checking? Okay.
Yep. No. The system will send you an email. So as soon as a client goes in and books a photo shoot, you get an email. You and the client both get the same email with all of the details for the shoot, the client's contact information, which shoot they ordered, the address, everything. It all comes to you in an email, and then you can log into your account and go into your shoot manager, and it will be in your shoot manager too, all the details and stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. It's all done for you.
Jenna, what's Todd doing these days?
Yeah, I haven't heard from Todd in ages, but he's still here. He's still, busy, busy, busy.
Is
He's in Dallas.
is he shooting or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, still doing it, still working it. He does a lot of hotel shoots and stuff, I think, too, in addition to like realtor shots. Does big
okay.
hotels and resorts and stuff too. But yeah, no, he's still here. I think he was Michael's first photographer, so he might be the oldest one. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining. I'm going to stop the session. Stop